Hi, this is Tanya from tinylouise.com, and I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about Gather. These are women's circles that I started running recently, and I post about them every now and again, and I'm aware that just on a post you can't always kind of get a flavour of what something is. So this is really for anybody that's curious about them, or wants some information about them or about me. So I created Gather because I tend to work predominantly with women, but I do have male clients, and I'm seeing an increasing amount of people who are feeling really isolated, kind of feeling quite disconnected because of social media, and everybody's life seemed very perfect. And with Gather, it's a flavour really, it's kind of an essence of what used to happen historically with women's circles and red tents. Women would gather together as a tribe and support one another, and we've kind of lost that really in our society. And if we do go out, it can be groups of girls and groups of friends, but it can just be so fueled by alcohol and chat that we don't kind of get to a deeper level sometimes. And I think it's really important for our self-care to really connect to our authentic person, to who we really are, and to be able to share that. And I know in the past I've been a real kind of chameleon, a real shapeshifter. I tend to fit in with whoever I'm with, and I always kind of valued myself on that, and I was quite happy about it. And then increasingly in the last few years I've just felt it's more essential for me to be who I am. And obviously the world hasn't ended, and the people who love me still love me, and it's just kind of taken a weight off my mind being more me wherever I am. So with Gather, these are at the moment the women's circles. They may be mixed in the future, but at the moment the ones I'm running are women's circles, and it's a place where we can be together and kind of drop our masks of busyness and perfection and be us, whoever we are in that moment, which is very freeing. And there's a theme for each circle. This is really just to kind of support our growth, and to help us be more present and more vulnerable and more authentic, but in a kind of safe and light way, because that sounds quite heavy and quite earnest, which isn't my intention. So I've had some really lovely feedback on the few circles that I've been running so far. It's generally women that don't know each other that are coming to these circles. Sometimes they come with a friend, but they're finding it very freeing that they can talk about what's going on in their lives, and then others are saying, oh, me too, you know, I have that as well. And in the circle we're working with different modalities. So I'm an energy therapist. I've been an intuitive empath really since I've been here. So over the years I've worked with different modalities, and I've trained in quite a lot of different things, but the things that really resonate with me are EFT. So I'm an advanced EFT practitioner, which is tapping, and vortex healing, because I just love how deep it goes. I love Reiki and I teach Reiki, but I find with vortex healing it can really help to clear the dead wood in our lives. It can create space and presence and bridges with kind of oneness, and help transformations to take place. And I just personally love it. So I've done a lot of work on myself with it and with EFT. So I wanted to have a space where it's not only about sharing, which is really important, but also about being empowered with some techniques and tools. And with these techniques and tools, they can create huge shifts. And you know, already some of the women on these circles, they're changing things. They're changing places in themselves that were stuck, and others are feeling different about things that have kind of been bogging them down or miring them in doubt or guilt or frustration. And that's kind of the collective really working together. I'm providing the tools and techniques and holding the space, but the women holding this space together is incredibly healing. And I love it. So for me, when I've been to circles and gatherings before, I'm quite a shy person. I'm an introvert, and a room full of people with lots of emotions going on historically has been very challenging for me, and that has been a barrier for me going, because I empathically feel all the stuff that's going on in the room, and I've just found it very hard to be present and vulnerable in these spaces. So I run one in this space, which is the Angel Room, which fits 8 of us, 9 at a push if we hutch up, and that's a really nice number, kind of 7 or 8 to work with, and it's a beautiful space, it's very tranquil. So we run these once a month. And I run one at Yoga Pilates and Wellbeing Studio in Manchester. It's in Radcliffe, Greater Manchester. And we did start off with a big old group of about 20 odd of us, and that was great, and it's now going down to a more manageable group. So we're capping that at 15, because I think 15 is a good enough number where we all have time to work on our stuff. We all have time to talk, we have time to meditate and share. So Manchester YPW is 15, and here it is 8, and there's going to be other pop-up gathers happening along the way. A little bit about me. So I'm a psychotherapist, I am an advanced EFT practitioner, I'm a vortex therapist, vortex healer, I have trained in NLP, and lots of other things, and I really enjoy helping people to feel empowered, because we are all one with different kind of flavours and different essences, and I think it's such a shame if we spend our lives trying to shape-shift into something that we're not, or hiding our light, or not going for what we want because of doubts and anxieties. And there is another way. There is another way, and I think with circles such as these, and there are others going on which are just equally as amazing, we can all kind of connect with one another a little bit more and feel that sense of belonging, which is us being who we are, but feeling safe and secure doing that, and feeling accepted. And so with Gather, it's about being in a place where we can learn to accept ourselves, because as we know, that sets the foundations for everything else. So our relationship with ourselves is essential. So it's a place where we can work on our stuff, and with EFT tapping, it's super transformational. Amazing shifts happen. It can rewire neural patterns, neural pathways in your brain. It's amazing. We do EFT on everything, and the healing that goes alongside it is opening up that space and presence within us, and helping us to have more spaciousness with us and our stuff, so we can kind of be more aware of things as they arise, and not be in that place of reactivity, but be in a place of awareness and presence. So each circle, our connections go deeper with each other, and the work we do, I think, goes deeper. And from July onwards, from July to December, it's a series of 6 that we're doing. So the July circles are they're vision quests. So in a vision quest, it's the tipping point of the year. So we're just about to go into the solstice. So I love this time of year, because it's kind of going like, okay, what did I start off the year wanting to do, and what do I want? So in 6 months' time, when it's the start of a new year, how do I want to feel within me? How do I want to feel in my heart and in my mind? How do I want to be responding to life around me? What changes do I want to make, if any? So in the Vision Quest, we are going to be exploring what it is we want, aiming high, setting intentions, doing some manifestation work. And then each month after that is a path. It's like stepping stones to the end of the year, and we'll be working on surrender, because a lot of time we get very attached to what we want. So we'll be surrendering is one of those really hard things to do, and it happens, but there's ways we can kind of encourage ourselves to surrender. So surrender is kind of going like, hey, this is what I want, but maybe this is not the right thing for me. I need a little bit of help with this. I'm handing it over. So it's not just me trying to control and manipulate things, but actually being open to the flow of life. Let life do what life does. So there's going to be just some work on surrender. There's going to be some work on abundance, because a lot of us have issues around money, and abundance is our birthright. So we'll be doing some work on that. And there's lots of other lovely topics. And at the end of the year, in our December circles, we'll be doing a goddess circle. So it's that time of the year, it's the winter solstice. So that's about kind of turning in. So it will be a celebration of where we've been, how far we've come, what we've shared, and celebrating all of that. And also connecting into that place of sort of deep knowing and deep presence, and setting the seeds for the year ahead. So I'm looking forward to that as well, and to each and all of the circles. So I hope you, if you're interested in that, please drop me a line, or there'll be some links on how to join our upcoming circles. And I look forward to meeting you. Thank you very much for your time.